Good morning, everybody. How are you all doing? Welcome to Saturday Serial. That's right. Geek News Show with me, Matt Allen. This dog here. And put him in now. My official new co-host, Stephen Otten.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen out there in YouTube land. I am Deleted Scenes, and I can be found on, just about every platform now. So I'm very happy to be here.
Nice. Well, I'm very happy to have you as my official co-host now. So it's nice. It's nice. I don't feel so floating in the ether anymore. But yeah, dude. Oh, how are you doing anyway? Have you had a good week?
Oh, I did have a good week. Very fast week. Very fast holiday week. We are just had Thanksgiving. So happy Thanksgiving to everyone out there. I hope everyone had a good one.
Indeed. Happy holidays to everybody in America celebrating Thanksgiving. There we are. Yeah, it's definitely been a week to be thankful, I'd say.
Indeed.
For myself, anyway. I've definitely had some things that I'm very, very thankful for happen this week, actually. That's something, actually, I want to do. I might as well say it, doesn't I? So people know what we're talking about. But yeah, obviously, because Thanksgiving week in America. And I love you Americans. I think you're all brilliant. So yeah, I would like to, this show, say a couple of things that that we are actually thankful for. Maybe, I don't know, whether it's like something in the world, something in your personal life, I don't know, whichever things it is, like, something to be thankful for. Okay. And I have something that happened this week that I'm extremely thankful for, and I know you know about this, Stephen, because you've been following along with me what I've been posting. But I had my results back from the hospital, and I am very thankful to say I don't have cancer.
That's great.
I am extremely thankful for that.
That is outstanding news.
So that was a big sigh of relief when I got that call from the doctor saying, "Don't worry, it's all come back okay and clear." So, yep. So happy days. I am thankful to be here. That's I think the thing I'm most thankful for today. But yeah, I mean, go on. I'll pass it over to you now, Stephen. Have you got something you want to be thankful for?
Well, I am thankful that we all made it another year. And as without going too far down the rabbit hole, as I do tend to go at times, we've had it pretty rough the last couple of years. Some more than others, granted, but we made it another year, folks. And let's not let the haters keep us down.
Yeah, I like that one, dude. I really like that one. Here's to a more prosperous and loving 2022 for us all, I think. Definitely. I'll drink to that. Coffee, because no
coffee,
alcohol.
Yes.
Plus, it would be like ridiculously early to be drinking alcohol if it was morning time now.
No, I don't do that anymore. So yeah.
So there we go. I mean, I think I feel like that was a very poignant thing to be thankful for right there, Stephen. Like I like that, mate. I like that. That's good. That was. So yes, let's all be thankful for being able to see another year come in. I guess that's the best way. Oh, hello. Somebody's here, Stephen. Somebody's here. We've got somebody. Hello, Sherry.
Hello, Sherry.
How are you
doing?
So
it's good to see this is Sherry and the friend of the show.
Aha. Welcome. I hope you're having an enjoyable morning as well. And you're here to join us for some entertainment news. Let's hope it's entertaining. Aha. So, all right, okay. What else has been going on this week? Because I've had a really, well, besides obviously the craziness that I've got going on in the background, like it's been a very quiet week for me. Like I didn't do much. Oh, that's good to know. Sherry. That's good to know. because like, yeah, I could, the only things that I've done this week that I would say would be kind of like new things was I watched Hawkeye right this week, the first 2 episodes of it because they came out. I like it so far. I like the tone. I think it's quite fun. Out of all of these Marvel series so far, like this is the one that seems to have the most comedic sort of side to it. Like, because there's a brilliant episode and scene in the second episode where Hawkeye goes and takes on a load of LARPers. It's really quite entertaining. Like, I don't know if you've watched it at all, Stephen. Have you?
I have not.
No, there you go. Like I say, it's on Disney Plus, people. Like, so if you want to go and get yourself a free subscription to Disney Plus, I think they're doing an offer at the moment. Like, but otherwise, you can always sail the high seas. I don't endorse it though. I can't endorse it because I'll get kicked off YouTube. But yeah, so yeah, like, I don't know because like, I like Hawkeye because I like archery. I like bows and arrows and stuff like Robin Hood and everything else. But yeah, Hawkeye never really got much, in the way of great screen time in like the Avengers films and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? Like he was always just like, back to the side. You know what I mean? I mean, Endgame was really the one that gave Hawkeye some real sort of gravitas, for the movie version of him anyway. And like, obviously when Natasha died. And yeah, so it's like, it's nice to see them give him his show. And the way that they've got Hawkeye's character now, as he is in present day, after all the crap that's happened. Like, they've even taken like a beat from the comic book where he's actually wearing a hearing aid now because he can't hear. He's deaf because of all the explosions and stuff, like, because he's only a human. You know what I mean? So they've actually taken the canon from the comic book and he actually wears a hearing aid now. Like, so he's actually deaf, which I thought was really good. And like, so Hawkeye's just become more and more cynical, like, and it's just like, yeah, I like Jeremy Renner. I think he's doing a good job. He's doing a great job as Hawkeye. And I like the fact that he stuck his middle fingers up to Disney as well, which is good. And said, like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was great. That was like yes, stand up to him, man.
Nice bit of family over
over
corporate America like there. That. Yeah, I like that.
Because yeah, like say, I would have done the same. I would say man to us, like, well, if you're not going to let me spend time with my family, then go and recast me. That's it. Oh, good morning, Anne. How are you doing this morning? Welcome to the show.
Oh, hello. Yes, I know Anne personally, so it's good to see her here in the chat.
Nice. I'm starting to see some new faces. Hello, everybody. That's it. I hope you're having a wonderful morning, Anne. And I hope you're looking forward to some randomness from me and Stephen when we talk about the world of entertainment.
Yes,
because it's hilarious. It's hilarious.
And as those of you in the chat know, we are very, very good at random.
Yep, random. I think that's what the tagline for this show should just be. Just random.
Randomness.
Yeah.
Period.
I tried to stick to a show structure. I tried it.
We do. Yeah.
Yeah, no. There's like kind of like basic plot. But otherwise it's just a case of it's a free for all, really. This show is it's good fun though. It's good fun. I've lost my tab. Shit, what have I done with that? Whoops. Oh, there it is. Movie news. Right. Okay, I need that open. All right then. Okay, so I'll zoom this in. Okay, then so yes, Anne, I will tell you, Anne. I will tell you, and I will tell Sherry as well. The format for this show is what I do is I go onto Google. I type in movie news. I go to the news tab. I hit the filter to the past week, and then I refresh it, and then we see what news we've got to talk about over the last week. Oh, somebody else has just joined us.
Julie is with us.
Julie, good morning. It's my wonderful other half. Buddy, can you get off, please? Yes, good morning, baby. Good morning. She's got a busy day today. She went out and did the old Black Friday craziness yesterday.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, she survived. so it's okay. She didn't come out of it with too many cuts and wounds.
And as everyone in the chat may or may not know, Julie does have her own channel. So please go over to and subscribe to her channel. She's got some fun content and certainly deserves some more eyes on her channel.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
We like to support our communities. That's it. But yeah, definitely check it out. Like Wonder Julie. That's it. Wonder Julie. That's it.
Wonder Julie.
I'm sure you'll drop a link at some point, won't you, Stephen?
I will,
oh,
yes.
Yeah, Sherry. That's something you'll notice that this show has a buddy. that's Buddy the dog. Buddy the dog, that is. And he's sitting very patiently at the moment because he knows every time I do a Saturday, this is like a regular thing now for him. Like, it's like he knows, all right, Matt's on Saturday now. Like, so he's on that camera, he's talking to that microphone, he's talking to those screens. So that means I get treats because if I play up on the camera, Matt has to give me treats. I'm such a pushover. Okay, you can come say hello. Come say hello because I'm sure people want to say hello to you. Where are you? Where are you going? It's up this side. There you go. Okay, there we are. Right then. Wait. Gentle. Good boy. There we go. Okay, there we go. We get some buddy. There's some buddy for you there, people. Oh, I'm a survivor. Lol. And thanks, Stephen. There we go. Yes, you are. I always say to people, like, if they're going to go Black Friday shopping, make sure you just, buy some hockey pads. That's it. Hockey pads, helmets, get like a 2x4 that's probably about that long, like, hold it in the middle and just run forwards, like. Problem solved, that is. That's it. You got, give yourself a wide berth, like, you can clear an aisle if you really work hard enough. But yes. As you can probably tell, I'm a wonderful Christmas shopper, mate. Right. Okie dokie. So let's pull this up then. So because I have no idea what's going on. Because I don't know about you, Stephen, but I haven't heard anything really on the grapevines this week. Not even any sort of inkling as to what might be in the news today, which is quite insane. It seems to. It feels
a quiet week.
We've had a quiet week. Yeah, I know. That's what it's feeling like. So I'm hoping that we're going to have something entertaining to talk about today. Because if we don't, we're just going to have to find stuff and we'll go and pick on some films. Okay, right then. So I'm going to pull it up then. So yes, okay. Concept of the show is Google News. Thank you, Google. You giant corporate bastard. And we are looking at the movie news right now. There we go. So this is this week's movie news, according to Google. So yeah, right. Okay, because obviously you got to remember, people, I am in the UK, so I do get UK news come up on my thing. So because you guys probably don't have a clue who Reggie Yates is, I've just spotted that top one. Like, so Reggie Yates is actually a British TV presenter and radio presenter. Really, really, really funny guy. Like, really nice guy as well. Like, I got to meet him once, and we shared a love. We shared a love for fancy like sneakers. It's like, yeah. But anyway, and he does the voice. He's a voice actor. Does some voice acting for a cartoon that's in the UK. I don't know if it made it to America. It was on BBC, but it was called Rasta Mouse, which is hilarious. It's like a little Rasta Mouse. It's like really funny. So yeah, so that's the top news there. So Reggie Yates are making the move to film with directorial debut Pirates. Okay, so Reggie's going to be a director, and it's going to be a film about pirates.
All right.
Okay.
Congratulations, Reggie.
Indeed. He kind of deserves it. He really is a good guy, like Reggie Yates is. He's a really good guy. Like I say, I only got to meet him once briefly, but yeah, when I met him, he was absolutely brilliant. So yeah, okay. So Reggie, congratulations. Okay, Northampton Film Festival, short movie competition. Okay, no, that's Northampton. That's very English. Okay, so if you're watching the show and you live in Northampton, there's a film festival, and if short movie competition, make a film. All you need is your phone and a couple of friends. You get some tomato ketchup, and you make a horror film. There you go. Nice and easy.
So Northampton, go and support. I'm assuming these are going to be independently made films, so we are a fan of independent films here. So
Yep.
go over and go over there and show your support.
Yep. Totally. I totally wholeheartedly agree. Especially these smaller film festivals, because you know. Like you say, Stephen, like, you know, we support the smaller films, like, because, you know, Hollywood takes over quite a lot, as we know, like, and if you haven't got a big budget, normally your film doesn't get noticed or seen. But then you see films like Thanksgiving, and that got made and distributed, and is now a cult classic. And it costs $3,500 to make, and that's it. So it just goes to show people. All right. It doesn't matter what your concept is, all right, or how much budget you have. Okay. As long as you've got an idea and you've got and you know, you've got the will. That's the most important thing, is the will. Okay. Just pick up your phone, or get your mate, if your mate's got a good camera phone or something, like, you know, get your friend to help you do it, like, you know, just organize it with your friends and stuff like that. And trust me, just put your heart into it, and you'll make something great, because it comes from your heart. All right. Don't go in there just thinking, I'm going to make a film that everybody else is going to like. No. Go in there and make a film that you're going to like. And that's the best way to make movies, in my opinion. Like, because I've done that. I've got a couple of films that I've made in the past, short films. The first one I ever made won an award. And that film I made for myself. Literally, I made it for myself. And then I got told to enter it to a festival, and it won the top award of the festival, which is quite lucky. And then I entered a film competition for Film 4, a horror competition. And I put loads of planning into that, like serious planning. I storyboarded it, like got budget, got crew, like had everything sorted, rented, like I got my friend to let me use the pub, like the bar that he worked in overnight, so I could film overnight whilst it was closed in the pub. And so I had a setting and everything like that. And it was shockingly bad. I got zero recognition at all, like, and that was because I put too much. I was trying to please to an audience, and it ruined the experience for me. So don't go making films for audiences. Make it for yourself. There we go. Unless you're like a big Hollywood dude, and then like, yeah, do a Jason Reitman and make a film for the fans, because it really does help. So, hello, buddy. Thank you. Okay, right. So yes, support Northampton Film Festival if you can. That would be wonderful. Okay. Oh, this one says global news. What's going on in the global news, shall we? Okay, movie news. A look at the top films at the box office and what's new to cinemas. Okay, so global news might be our trigger point there today. Okay, so the headline just says, "Hey, look at the top 3 movies at the box office and what's out this week." Lady Gaga tries on some Gucci in a scandalous drama. Yeah, House of Gucci seems to be doing all right, actually. I've heard some good things about it. Metro Netflix Christmas movies 2021. Okay, UK release dates, trailers, and more. So yeah, they're going to be the Netflix lineup, even though I don't really support Netflix. Yeah, okay, but they do. I must admit, when it comes to Christmas, streaming services are probably the best time for streaming services is Christmas, because, you know, nobody really goes out, do they? Like, you know, stuff like that. Like, you're at home and stuff like that. Like, stick on the TV, stick on a streaming thing, and there's hundreds of Christmas movies you can select and choose from. So yeah. So I'll say Christmas is a time for streaming, I guess. Okay. So we might look at that. Okay. Next, Manchester Evening News. Okay, so we've got Tick Tick Boom, which is a Netflix movie and it stars Andrew Garfield. Apparently meant to be quite good. Yes, Lin-Manuel Miranda as well directed. Okay.
Behind the scenes of the making of Rent, if I recall correctly. So.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So it's a biopic then, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Okay. So yeah, I mean, like I said, I haven't seen it myself, because it's a Netflix film, but I've heard some things. I heard some things about it. Like, I've heard that Andrew Garfield gives a great performance. And he's a great actor too.
Yeah, I think he's a bit usually underrated. Pretty good. I've been keeping an eye on him since Hacksaw Ridge. He's yeah,
very good in that. Like, he gave a real hard hitting performance in that way. So Right. So yes. Okay. Tick tick boom. Okay, there we go. That's the Netflix one that's coming. So there we go. Oh, okay, we're back with Metro again. Man, what's going on? This is also, it seems to all be Metro and BBC. Okay, so House of Gucci. Where was the Lady Gaga movie filmed? Okay, so this is just looking at some locations. It looks like BBC. Reading Film Theatre blames COVID for closure after 50 years. Okay, so this is again. So we're still in pandemic crap, but yeah, Reading is a town in the south of England, which holds each year a really huge music festival called the Reading Festival. And you get some really big name artists go to that festival and stuff. I've been to that festival a few times, and it's a hell of a weekend, I'll tell you that. But that's a shame to hear, because 50 years of being open, and because of the things that are happening at the moment in the world, the little independent theatres are disappearing, which I think is a shame. I'm pretty sure it's not just happening in England either. I don't know how things are happening over the pond at the moment in that regard, Stephen. Do you know?
Well, the theaters in America did take a hit. Both film cinemas and stage venues did take a hit, but they're coming back now. Of course, New York, very well known for being a theater city, and without, again,
Broadway.
with Broadway, of course, without going too far again down a political rabbit hole, because we don't do that here. As far as the lockdowns were concerned, they were hit pretty hard in that city, so they are starting to come back now.
That's good to hear.
So we're going to. It's kind of up in the air right now, but we'll see.
Well, we all keep our fingers firmly crossed for the independent cinemas and theatres out there, because those little venues. I don't know. I've been to a lot of performances and things like that in small theatres in the UK and stuff. I mean, I was part of a theatre group, but when I was a kid, that's what got me into acting. I was part of the Central Youth Theatre in the UK, and I love little venues and stuff, because you get so personal, with your audience and stuff, and you can really interact with your audience and stuff. When I was doing stand-up comedy, I was using small venues and stuff as well, and it would be a real shame to lose those intimate gigs, I feel, because there's something special about it being a smaller affair rather than it being like a big concert sort of thing. And I feel like people should still be able to get those experiences. And it was a bit of a fear that obviously it was never going to be like completely game over sort of thing for the small independent places and stuff like that. But it was a big fear that a lot of these places were going to disappear and never have a chance again, and that all because of a random disease, which is a shame, a real shame. Okay, so Reading, it's a shame to hear that you got hit with regards to that as well. Right then, Variety. Right, okay, so this I did see something about, and I did have an opinion on it as well. So here we go. Ridley Scott blames millennials for the Last Duel box office failure. Because didn't he say I think his words were millennials and their fucking cell phones. Okay, I have an opinion here. Ridley Scott is a fantastic director. Okay, he's a very, 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 very good visionary. Okay, but he's an old man now, like a very old man. Sorry, Sir Ridley. There is Sir Ridley. Got to remember his title. He he has become so out of touch with his audience that I don't know if it's his ego or what, but he's a statement like that, blaming a generation for your film not doing well at the box office, especially during a pandemic and stuff like that as well, is to me a very out of touch thing to do. Because at the end of the day, okay, Last Duel is a historical epic, and it looks gloomy, it looks dark, it doesn't look very cheery. And after the past 2 years, you compare Last Duel to Ghostbusters Afterlife, say, okay? Look how well Ghostbusters Afterlife is doing, because it's a good time, fun film, which makes you feel happy. Whereas I can understand people not really like flocking to the box office to go and watch Matt Damon like bleed and be covered in mud, riding on horseback, swinging a sword. As much as it sounds epic, I don't think people really need that right now. People need more uplifting stuff, or stuff that they don't have to think about, if you know what I mean.
Yes,
I don't know.
I think it was just a matter of maybe the wrong movie at the wrong time. I've seen a few minutes out of it online. It looks very good. It's very well made. It has the same look that Kingdom of Heaven had to it. But
Kingdom of Heaven was a good film. I really
Kingdom
enjoyed
of Heaven was a good movie, but it didn't exactly burn up the box office.
Again, yeah, historical epics.
I think that's part of what happened here. Another part of it was the marketing was less than great, as we've brought up.
Because there was, I don't remember seeing any of it.
Yeah, exactly that. There was no marketing, and what marketing there was kind of borderline woke.
Yes,
and I think that turned people off.
Oh yeah, because as we know, that phrase is very very true to form now. Like, which is, and I'll say it. I'll happily say it. Go woke. Or is it get woke? Go broke. Yeah, because I take a stand on this one and always say, like, I am sick of political messaging in film. It's one of those now where I think the entire world has had its fill in that respect, because all it does is create segregation and creates pockets of extremists and people who just, all of a sudden feel justified in their bullshit, and then take to Twitter and start tweeting about it, and then all of a sudden, I don't know what it is, when they get behind that little blue bird, they feel like gods. And it's like, well, you're not gods. In fact, if anything, you're just entitled idiots. So, oh god, I went a bit too political then, didn't I? Gotta be careful. So so like,
it's not so much being political. It doesn't seem to be, the marketing departments don't seem to be doing their jobs, because how many, I'm sure you've probably heard this as well, when a movie comes out, people go, what's that? I didn't see a trailer for it. Now, I hear that a lot. I see all of the trailers because I'm on YouTube. I'm aware of what's about to come out and what is at what time. But I'll say, hey, have you heard of this movie? Have you heard of that movie? And everyone will say no.
Yeah.
Everyone, The Last Duel, what's that? What's Black Friday? What's House of Gucci? They may know about Ghostbusters, but they don't know about the rest.
Yeah, I mean, Ghostbusters is like super recognizable IP as well. Like, so yeah, this is it. It's like, because like you say, Black Friday. I actually that I've heard really good things. I've actually got because it's on VOD. That is, like, you can actually stream that one. It's because I know it's getting very limited releases because it's not a high budget film. Like, even though it's got Bruce Campbell in it, like, but Bruce Campbell's like the king of B movies, isn't he? Really, like, it's
right. It's just, the marketing departments don't realize that Bruce Campbell alone is a selling point.
Exactly, he has a massive fan base. It's like it's hard not to like Bruce Campbell. The dude is just awesome. Like, he's just hilarious. But and who else is in this one? Devon Sawa as well. Like, and you'd think because of the Chucky TV series that obviously Devon Sawa would be another selling point now, because the Chucky series is doing really well. I've heard good things about that as well. It actually feels very, very child's play, which is good. And what else is there as well? Did we say then? Michael Jai White as well. I mean, maybe Michael Jai White isn't as well known these days, but to me, he's Spawn. He played Spawn. He was the movie version of Spawn, like, So, but yeah, Black Friday looks quite good. Again, it's a fun Christmas horror film, like, sort of film feeling. Set around obviously Black Friday. But yeah, I don't want to say too much more about it because I actually know the concept and everything like that. But I don't want to give away spoilers on it because it's got a crazy sort of concept. It's a horror film, so let's put it that way. You'll have fun with it. I think you'll have fun with it. The trailer looks great, and I've actually got it to watch. Like, so I'm going to try and watch it. But yeah. Like, I do agree there. I do agree with you, Stephen. Like, marketing. I think, like, that's where the hiring and firing needs to start happening, is in the marketing departments, and because it's one thing, to have a director who has a story to tell and everything like that. Like, because we've seen it happen with it's happened a couple of times now where like films have like No Time to Die and stuff like that, like, and things. It's like where if all of a sudden something slightly obviously gets into the woke side of things, like, it's going to piss off a big chunk of people and it's going to ruin your film. And I think directors are now getting better with, not taking to social media with their opinions when they're making films. It seems to be more actors doing it these days. Like, I mean, like, obviously I say that, and Ridley Scott has just fucking attacked a load of millennials, like, but it's yeah, I feel like they need to do a big shake-up, because look at, like, okay, I think a great example would be Lucasfilm, the story group and stuff at Lucasfilm, and the promotions team for Lucasfilm, because the people who are running the YouTube channel and stuff like that for Lucasfilm, the way that they were promoting things and how they were doing it and what they were pushing and stuff like that. And I'm pretty sure that it's Disney who got YouTube to take away the public dislikes, because of their being bombed on the Star Wars stuff, and amongst other things. And so, because that I must admit, as a YouTuber, that kind of annoyed me a bit, because it's like, hold on a minute, you've taken away the fair view on YouTube, because obviously YouTube I like to think of YouTube as TV you can select, like it's public access, you know what I mean? And being able to see a like and a dislike on a video can be a very good indication, like, about what it is you're in for, and it also gives a fair opinion on things as well. Like, if say majority of people don't like something, like, especially like a movie trailer or something like that, and then you can see that disdain towards the film. I feel like people deserve to be able to have that side of it as well. Whereas if you're only going to give, I don't know, it's like sugarcoating. YouTube is trying to sugarcoat. You know what I mean? And I know that that's not YouTube that have done that. That's other companies that have come to YouTube and told them to do that. They probably put YouTube into YouTube's run by Google, like, but they probably put the heads of YouTube into a very difficult position there, like, and YouTube's policies are all messed up anyway, like, so, yeah. I was going off on a tangent then, right? Anyway,
No, I feel you.
Yeah, so yeah, I like fair. I'm all about fair. I consider myself an egalitarian. Like, I like equal things to be fair. Like, that's it. If it's fair, then nobody can complain. So, okay, so next story then. So, okay, then I'll move on. We'll move on because I was getting a bit charged. So, Gazette Live. Okay. Cast and crew of new Jim Broadbent movie thank Darlington community venue for after filming. Okay, Darlington. I used to live near Darlington. That's in the north of England. Okay, so Jim Broadbent is a British actor. He's been in a fair few things. I think he's in Harry Potter.
Oh, yes, he is.
So yes, I've always had interest in films. So knowing that a big name such as Jim Broadbent was coming here was really exciting. Okay, so that's obviously somebody from the theatre. So yeah, that's nice. That's nice that England is getting a bit more up there with the film stuff.
Yep. Yeah, okay, see, this is a part of what I'm talking about here. You have this now story. Veteran film and stage actor who seems genuinely thankful that he's reached a point in life that he has. He's good in everything that he's in, and won an Oscar. Probably what, about 10, 15 years ago,
I
I
was going to
guess
say,
now.
yeah, it was a while ago, wasn't it? Yeah.
And as someone who seems very thankful about the fan base that he has. And
Definitely.
yeah, he's not on social media running anybody down. And yeah, this is a nice feel good story for once.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely agree. Definitely agree. It's definitely a yeah, uplifting. And obviously, Jim Broadbent as a person, he's just a very, very nice person. Like he's very
He
nice.
seems like a very decent guy. So
Yeah, very, very, yeah, very decent. Decent. That's definitely the word I'd use. So yeah, Jim Broadbent, good on you. Good on you, good sir. Okay. Then the final thing we have on today's front page of the Google Movie News is comicbook.com. Highest grossing movie of the pandemic era reportedly lost $150 million for the studio. Well, No Time to Die, Where's the Crown? But the news has a bittersweet tinge for MGM. Okay. So that's to do with No Time to Die's ludicrous budget. And not clawing back what it needed, because they had like huge reshoots on that film as well, didn't they?
right. And that, and again, on top of marketing, as we brought up in an earlier story, they had,
Yep.
you know,
And
make
also
back.
stars and directors coming out and saying shit that turns off fans.
They had a tough road ahead of them, and there was no way. There was no way in the current climate that they were going to make a profit. They may break even, but it's going to be tough.
Yeah, this is what I mean. I mean, like any studio that's expecting to make any sort of big profits during this period is they've got their head in the sand. You know, I mean, Ghostbusters Afterlife is doing really well still. I mean, I think it had like a $60 million opening weekend last weekend, and it's still got this weekend to get through as well, because this weekend's the holiday weekend, obviously. And again, not the biggest amounts of numbers, because obviously a film like Ghostbusters Afterlife, you'd expect like over 100 million opening, you know, really on a film like that. And it opened at 44 million, I think, domestically, which is during a pandemic and when people are scared to go to the cinema still, like that's pretty epic, like, you know. And it's still gaining speed, like, because I know there's more and more people who are talking about it and going to see it, and like, you know, as more hype's building behind it after it's come out, because it's, again, there was a lot of hype for that film before it came out, and now it's out and there's still hype building on it, which is a really good thing for a film to be doing, like, especially today. Because Jason Reitman, I think this comes down to Jason Reitman, the director, and how he's handled everything to do with the film and how he's talked about it and stuff. He hasn't gone in there with the film and like tried to claim it. He's not claimed it at all. If anything, he said the complete opposite. He actually literally said the complete opposite, which was, you as a director, when you direct a film, when you're making a film, you own that film until that film gets released. Because once that film is released, you no longer own it as a director. That is the audience's. Yeah, the audience own that film now. Like, it's theirs. It's theirs to enjoy, you know. But he said, whereas with Ghostbusters Afterlife, he never had any ownership to it at all. He went in there knowing that he was making a film for fans, you know, for fans of the franchise who were still had a bitter taste in their mouth after 2016, you know. And I think that's why that film and is doing so well on the hype train still, is because, you know, it isn't a film that's trying to pander to any sort of agendas in any shape, way, or form. It's just all about family and, you know, and heart, like, so, and like, you know, that's again a nice message to be out there, you know, at this time when, you know, when so many families got separated and pulled apart, like, you know. Yeah, again, seeing things like that, and again, that's something that we're going back to what Ridley Scott was saying about how millennials have ruined his film. Like, it's like, no, dude, it's like, I don't want to go and to the cinema and feel depressed anymore. Well, not for at least a year. you
Yeah.
know. So I don't know. I'm going off on one there. So okay.
Every movie has its audience, and
Mhm.
either you're going to find it as Ghostbusters has,
Mhm.
or you're not going to find it as apparently Last Duel did. Um, Last Duel is about to come out on VOD, I believe, here in a couple of weeks.
Okay.
So perhaps it'll find an audience there.
Mhm.
I'm hoping. I haven't seen it yet. When it hits VOD, I will.
Mhm. Yeah.
And yeah, I mean it that's the thing I think that nobody really realizes. It's sometimes it's a matter of a particular time
Mhm.
that a film is released. And I know this is now Oscar time.
Yes.
We are looking at Oscar time now. That they are thinking, release something for the award season.
Mhm.
And I think Last Duel will probably be there
Yeah.
for
Um.
for for because, like I said, the movie does look good. It's got a good group of actors in there. I've
Mhm.
got to think it's probably going to get some nominations. But the other side of that is nobody cares about the Oscars anymore.
Yeah.
You don't have that as a selling point.
Yeah. 'Cause I remember Oscar season used to get a lot of
Mhm.
buzz. Like, I mean, I used to buzz about it, like, oh yeah, what's going to happen at the Oscars? Who's going to win Oscars? But you see, I don't know. I don't know. When I saw certain films getting shit on when they really deserve to be lauded a bit higher in the Oscar considerations, that
Mhm.
kind of started to make me really question the selecting process and who judges the Oscars. Like, um, and then was it last year the Oscars? I think it was last year at the Oscars when there was just I don't know what happened, but everybody seemed to go crazy. It was like really crazy.
Yeah,
Like,
well, they didn't make a show about celebrating the year's films. They made a show about a political agenda,
mhm.
and people turned it off.
Yep. Yep. I mean, I don't just. I mean, I don't. I'm sick of politics now. I'm sick
Yeah,
of it.
so am
I'm
I.
sick of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah. Like I say, box office at the moment, and like you say, the Oscars and stuff like that. Because obviously, that's something else as well. I've just no.
Yeah.
I've just clicked in my head. Right.
Hmm.
Last Duel, yeah, and House of Gucci are both Ridley Scott films, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
And both of those films are going to be in for the Oscars. Because I know
Yes.
House of Gucci has already been selected in has been nominated in every single category. So
It could. It could. Yeah.
yeah, I saw that yesterday. I actually saw that yesterday. It said like House of Gucci nominated every single category in the Oscars. It has a nomination in it. So and then
Oh, it's definitely going to be a force to be reckoned with. I think
oh
both,
yeah,
like I said, I think both movies will do very well. I mean, I'm gonna come out and predict it right now. I think between those two movies, they're going to get at least 10 nominations.
oh god, yeah,
I'm saying it
yeah,
here
yeah,
first.
yeah. No, I agree with you there, mate. I
Um,
agree with you.
of course, Last Duel was supposed to be out last year, and it was one of the
Yeah.
films that got pushed back. So no, the plan was not to put both movies out at the same time, certainly. But well,
No, because that
Ghostbusters was supposed to be last year as well. If I
yes,
yeah, so
yes, it was. Because I
that's
got
the yeah, they shot Ghostbusters 2 years ago.
yeah, because the kids now, because I know McKenna
Yeah,
Grace was 12 when she filmed Ghostbusters, and she's like
and
15 now.
just turned 15. Yeah,
Yeah, and
so
like and she looks very much older. She had her growth spurt and stuff, like so.
mhm.
I hope that they can. I don't know. I don't know if I do definitely want a sequel, but if they do a sequel, I hope that they do a sequel to it. But because she's a really talented actress, she is. She's really good. She carried that whole film for me. Um, so
Mhm.
Yeah, like I say, this pandemic and delays and everything like that, like, is really going to mess things about. Like, I mean, especially when it comes to like child actors. Because how old is Finn Wolfhard now? Like, I mean, he's got to be like 20 or something, isn't he? Like, nearly, or getting close to it, I think. Yeah. So, Oscars this year, because there was another one as well. What's that one with Will Smith that's come out recently?
King Richard.
King Richard as well. Apparently, that is meant to be really good. That film is another hardcore hitter from Will Smith in regards to performance. So, I just noticed. Hi all.
Yes.
How you doing, matey? Good day. So, I just saw your reply there, Stephen. nice, dude. Oh, cool. So yeah, hope you're doing all right, all. Hope you're doing good, mate, this morning. And today, sorry, because I know you're in England. So yeah, okay, right. And so I think then let's have a look at the global news, movie news. Look at the top films at the box office and what's new to cinemas, because that's going to give us some variety, I think, right there. Okay, so let's do it. Global news. Show us what you got. Right, okie dokie. Ad blocker detected. Oh, god damn it. Okay, let me just turn off my ad blockers for these bloody pages.
They do have to get their ads in there, don't they?
They do. People gotta get paid. They gotta get paid. All right, let's zoom this in and see if we can get rid of the advertisements. Okay, there we go. So, world news. Okay, we're not going to watch a video. So, movie news. Look at the top films at the box office and what's new to cinemas. Sorry. Who's this article by? Does it say? No. Okay. Sorry, we can't credit you. So, a look at the. Oh my god. No, I don't want updates from you. Go away. Okay, so, right. Okay, movie news. A look at the top films at the box office and what's new to cinemas. A look at the top 3 movies at the box office and what's out this week. Lady Gaga tries on some Gucci in a scandalous drama. Report an error. Okay, advertisement. Okay, we don't need to see that. What? Where is it? Where's the news?
Oh, no.
Hold on a minute. It's a video, isn't it? Oh
no. They'll ding us for that if we play it, don't they? Unless we,
I'm not gonna.
No.
So
unless we talk through
sorry,
it or
people.
something.
Oh, Jesus, man. Okay, so we're not looking at that.
Live television, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, all right. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna remove that from the stream for a moment, and what I'm gonna do when we have a quiet week of news, I turn to a certain website. Rotten Tomatoes. Okay, we'll do Rotten Tomatoes. Greg Dean Schmidt, you're going to save us. Okay, we're going to go for your weekly catch-up because
yes,
because Greg, I appreciate your articles, mate, because you give us content on this channel, which is great. Right there. So let's have a look. Let's find this quickly. Because normally it appears in the top pages on the Google News site, but it just hasn't this week. Which is news. There we go. Right. News. Click on it. Okay, I think this is it. Nope, that's comics on TV. Oh god. All right. Oh god. Sorry about all the dead air people right now. Like, I am trying my hardest to pull this up. 65 best. No. Okay, that's last week's. Where's the weekly catch-up? Oh, I don't know where the ketchup is. More news and interviews. Go on. Okay, I'm guessing. What's the date today? 27th. So it would have been yesterday.
27th. Yeah.
While you're looking, let me remind everyone in the chat that to hit the link and make sure that you're still subscribed and hit the bell icon so you will get the notifications, because YouTube has the tendency to shut those off.
Mm-hmm.
And I also dropped a link in the chat for Julie's channel. So please show her some love.
Yes, indeed. Please do, people. I found it. I found it now. I found it.
Right on.
I finally found it. My God. Oh. Okay. Apparently, there hasn't been a weekly catch-up this week. What?
Oh.
Okay. Greg, you've let us down. Oh, no.
We're going to have to improvise this.
I know, yeah. Okay, we're off the cuff. We're off the cuff. Right. Okay, so apparently,
Okay.
we haven't got any movie news this week. It's been so terrible and crap on movie news that not even our boy over at Rotten Tomatoes, Greg Dean Schmidt, has been able to do his weekly catch up because there's obviously nothing to catch up on. Right.
Okay.
Well, shit.
Had the week
where do
off
we go
for
from here?
Thanksgiving. Yes.
Let's have a look. Let's have a look.
I think
What's
that's what
next?
happened.
I guess we could have a look at the. Let's have a look at the. Fuck it. Right. Okay. Netflix Christmas movies. Oh man, this looks like it's going to be really, really shit. Right. Okay. No, you know what? Okay. I don't know what's going on today. It's
No.
all going to tits. Right.
Okay. Well, let's go to the chat here.
Yeah. Okay.
Ollie's informed us that there is no UFC this week. Yeah, I would think because of the holiday. Although for those of you who have cable television, at least in the U.S., I do believe that there is a live boxing tonight. I keep wanting to say Showtime, but I could be mistaken. I'll have to look that up.
Oh, okay.
But I guess going back to the movie news, we do have House of Gucci this week.
Mhm.
Black Friday coming out on VOD. And check that one out with Bruce Campbell.
Mm-hmm.
We mentioned The Last Duel before, and I believe the current date for VOD on that is going to be the 14th.
Yeah. Yep.
So for those of you that missed it in theaters or have decided not to go to theaters at this particular point in time, which I can understand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this has been a time where streaming has really come through because
it has. It's
well, I mean, regardless of how one feels about the day and date,
mm-hmm.
and I do believe that day and date has hurt some movies. It certainly hurt Godzilla versus Kong, and it certainly hurt the Bond film, and
yeah,
of course that again,
there's been some casualties.
The last couple of years has been, in particular, has been trying for all of us, but we will rally and we will move on, and we're going to leave the haters behind. And there is good entertainment out there, and there's not just movies. There is good television.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hearing a lot of really good things about Squid Game.
Yeah, and Hellbound as well. That's another one.
Hellbound, Arcane. Yeah. I'm hearing a lot of good things about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's some. There is actually some really good shows at the moment. And two of those shows that we just mentioned are Korean as well, like Squid Game and Hellbound. They're both South Korean film series. And I don't know what it is, but South Korea are really coming out with some really cool horror stuff, and at the moment. I didn't realize this about South Korea until I found this out yesterday randomly as well when I was doing some research. The South Korea, I didn't realize has lots of death and doomsday cults and stuff. I didn't realize that was a big thing, but apparently it is in Korea. Then that's what that Hellbound thing is based around. It's based around a doomsday cult sort of thing, but. Yeah, that's something a random factoid there that I just picked up on. But yeah, I can imagine we're going to start seeing a lot more really cool stuff coming from South Korea. And that 4D cinema experience that I keep talking about, like that originated in South Korea as well. Like it was the South Koreans, it was a South Korean company that created it. So yeah, keep your eyes on South Korea. Like let's just hope that North Korea doesn't try and be assholes to them, right?
Okay.
Because we all know that North Korea is run by a complete asshole. Yeah, come at
Yes,
me,
it
Kim
is.
Jong, whatever. So right, okay. Anyway, this is why I get assassinated live on YouTube. Right. Anyway, so we have had something come to the rescue, Stephen. I found something.
Oh, right
One
on.
of our other sites that I tend to gravitate towards for movie news has pulled through. Thank God, they've actually got something this week, and that is Female First. Here we go. Female First, obviously, is a female-centric website, but they don't just cater to females; it's cater to everybody. You know what I mean?
We're a
But
fan of the ladies here, so
yeah, exactly. You know,
yeah.
girl power to you. That's it. There we go. Right. And boy power to you too as well. There we go. We'll keep it fair. So, right. So yes. So we've actually got something to talk about here. Okay, then. So this has been compiled. Come on. Where do you put your authors, please? Put your authors. Where's your author? Okay, we don't have an author. Okay, so whoever it was who compiled this for Female First, thank you very much. Okay, so November 27th, movie news roundup. We've got Rumble gets new trailer, Sing 2 releases a short film, and more. Okay. So from the Marvel Cinematic Universe to Netflix, we take a look at some of the biggest news stories from the past 7 days. So, 27th November 2021. This week is a very, as every week is, filled with exciting film-related news. I don't know if I agree with that statement there, Female First, but okay. The Doctor Strange sequel is undergoing reshoots, which is a bit of a worry. A short film involving Sing 2 characters has been released. I'm pretty sure you probably will see that online or something. And it seems that the search for the next James Bond is actually underway. Okay.
Henry Cavill.
Yeah. My vote is Henry Cavill too. Definitely Henry Cavill. He deserves it, man. Like, so yes, okay. So our top pictures there, we've got a picture of Doctor Strange, picture of Daniel Craig as James Bond, and that is one of the monsters from that film Rumble, I think. So yes, okay then. So Rumble trailer unveils early Paramount Plus release. Okay, so it's going to Paramount Plus, and there's an advertisement for some Lego. There we go for Lego. Mario Brothers Lego as well, which is actually quite cool. Just get random geek tangent there, like because you can actually build Mario levels and play a game, which is actually quite cool. Good on you, Lego. That's quite interactive. So yes. Anyway, oops, I'm dropping things all over. All right, so yeah, okay, Rumble trailer. So Rumble gets a second trailer. I will not be playing that trailer because I do not need the copyright strike. But let's have a read about it, shall we? Okay. This film was originally set to release on July 2020. Okay, that should have been in July 2020. But of course, the global pandemic pushed it back. A February 2022 date was the last release date revealed. Now, however, Rumble will be releasing exclusively on Paramount's streaming service on December 15th this year. So Rumble is set in a world where monsters are superstar athletes and humans are their coaches. The feature focuses on Steve, voiced by Will Arnett, a potential star. Okay. That could be interesting. Again, we were talking about the streaming things and stuff like that. I'm curious as to why Paramount have decided to drop this onto streaming service rather than hold off for that February release.
Well, I think with Paramount Plus, and again, I'm just speculating. Star Trek did not bring in a lot of subscribers. Certainly not in the way that they had hoped. And yeah, you might have the South Park fans, and you'll have the Beavis and Butthead fans, but
they've acquired the Scream franchise as well now. Paramount
they do, yes, and I know they've brought a couple of series over from other networks, especially CBS has 4 shows that were formerly on that network that are now exclusively on Paramount Plus.
Okay.
But again, I'm not sure that their current strategy will work because they so built it around Star Trek, and
Yeah, the less said about the current state of Star Trek, the better. So
Yeah,
let's move
I
on.
got switched off from Star Trek, unfortunately, because of Discovery and Picard. I was really disappointed what Picard was. Like really disappointed because I was a big next gen fan. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, okay. I don't know. Like I say, Will Arnett is really funny anyway. So this could be a funny, entertaining film to watch.
Nice family film there, which is
Yeah, it looks like it. But
good for right now. Yeah, it's the first time I'm hearing of this, so it looks.
Actually, talking of the streaming things, I don't know if it's going to be in this news list, but it might be like. But again, something I heard yesterday. I don't know what it was about me hearing things yesterday, but apparently, Warner Brothers and HBO have now done an official statement saying that as of 2022, they are not going to be doing day and date releases with HBO Max anymore, like at all. Yeah, they've officially announced it that they're as of 2022, we are going to be having all of those big films released into cinemas first before they go to the streaming. Like, so that's a good thing to me. I think that's brilliant. But hopefully, well, I don't want to talk about it like too much, but there's a new variant has appeared in South Africa now. Like, so hopefully it doesn't send the world into a fucking tits again. Like, so, yeah, fingers crossed. So I'm guessing that The Matrix is probably going to be the last film that they do the day and date release with. Then
that's the last one that I've heard up to this point.
Yeah, because I know that they had some others planned, but obviously now because I think because of seeing what the box office has done with say Ghostbusters Afterlife and stuff, it's picking up. Cinemas and theaters are picking up speed again, like because everybody's having their getting vaccinated and whatever else like and stuff, so people are feeling more safe, so which is good. So yeah, we'll see what happens there. But yeah, it could be a fun family film. Right then, so next we've got Benedict Cumberbatch shares why Doctor Strange 2 is undergoing reshoots. Okay, so to put some fans' mind at ease, Benedict. I refuse to say his name properly. Okay, so here we go. To put some fans' minds at ease, Humperdinck Bandersnatch, who plays Doctor Strange in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, has explained why Sam Raimi's Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is having to go through some reshoots. They have got I've quoted a tweet here from Heroic Hollywood, which is hashtag Humperdinck Bandersnatch, recently talked about the Doctor Strange 2 reshoots that are underway. So Benedict Cumberbatch comments on lengthy Doctor Strange 2 reshoot. Okay. Benedict Cumberbatch recently made some comments on the Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness reshoots currently taking place. Okay, so we're not on that one. Let's have a read what they say. Okay, in an interview with Empire, Cumberbatch stated that we're in the middle of reshoots and we're working incredibly hard to make a schedule work to realize the full potential of the film. We want to do better. So Marvel fans are ecstatic to see the sequel, and the MCU is definitely heating up. I don't know about that, but the fact that he said we want to do better, that feels like a concerning statement. I'm wondering.
Yeah.
Well,
we brought this up last week that there are extensive reshoots, 6 weeks worth of reshoots. You could make an entire movie in that time.
Yeah.
There have been rumors, unconfirmed, that the script was hastily rewritten for whatever reason that might have been, on top of Humperdinck's, we'll call him Humperdinck, okay? On top of his recent statements to the press. Yeah.
Because obviously,
which is too bad. I was looking forward to this.
I know I was. I mean, when they very, very first announced it at Comic-Con that year, I was like, oh, okay. So we're gonna get and because they announced was it Scott Derrickson? I can't remember the original director.
Scott Derrickson was the original.
It was
the original director.
Yeah,
and directed the first movie.
Yeah.
Which was very good. I liked that first movie a lot.
I enjoyed Doctor Strange. Yeah.
And
but then obviously there was the whole behind the scenes trouble with that one, with
the
with it,
dreaded creative differences, and he
Yeah.
was replaced by Sam Raimi, which
Mhm.
certainly was one for the plus column for
Definitely.
sure.
Mhm.
Because as has been said by another channel, you don't bring Sam Raimi in just to direct Doctor Strange. You
Mhm.
bring him in because there is a plan.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
seeing a plan here
Yeah, this is
for
it.
this or for Spider-Man. So
Yeah, because I'm still. I don't know why. I mean, I was. Spider-Man: No Way Home has got me on like an emotional roller coaster with regards to my excitement levels for that film. Because 1 minute I'm really excited and pumped and hyped for it, and then I notice something and it makes me go, "Oh, okay, maybe this is going to be, I don't know, not as good as it should be, especially considering what we all know is the concept behind it now. Like obviously the multiverse opening up and the other Spider-Men coming through. But I don't know, the way that they're marketing it and the way that they're going about it and the way that they're basically trying to make us feel like idiots as fans. Like it's just because of the way they're marketing it. Like it's like we all know what's going on, like and everything like that. And if you'd think, but by now they would just openly say, "Yeah, okay, we've got the other Spider-Men, like so get ready to come and watch this film." You know, instead of having people like Andrew Garfield just horribly denying it, and because he's a terrible liar. You could tell whenever he gets asked about it, like it's just like he's a terrible liar. He's a terrible liar. And he's an actor as well, which is shocking.
And then you have Tom Holland, who has this reputation for breaking under interrogation, so to speak.
Yeah.
So
Spoiler man. Yeah.
Just straight up ask him, and he will tell you the entire plot.
Well, he nearly did it. Actually, they did.
Yeah.
They did a watch through reaction thing. Him, Zendaya, and I can't remember the actor's name who plays Ned. I'm sorry. But yeah, like they had all three of them like reacting to the latest trailer for it, and Tom Holland had to. I don't know if he had an earpiece in or if there was or something like, but you could see it because that scene. There's one of the scenes in it where they're all jumping at each other. Well, you see all the villains jumping at one Spider-Man. And we all know that they've erased the other Spider-Man from that shot. Like,
absolutely.
Tom Holland nearly dropped a doozy because when they were doing it, he literally goes, "Oh, where's and sits back down again because he was about to go, where are the other I swear he was about to say, where are the other Spider-Men or something, or where's like such and such." And you could see you just saw him just go, "Oh," and just stop. Just stop. He went silent. Like, yeah, like I think he might have had an earpiece in with like, I don't know, one of Kevin Feige's assassins going like, "You say a word, you're dead."
Yeah, I'm getting flashbacks to Ronin in my head. I've worked with the sniper before. She never misses. She's very good.
Yeah.
All I have to do is just press this button on my phone.
That's it. I mean, I love that meme that's out there of Kevin Feige with like he's got a fucking sniper rifle. Like I just think it's genius. That is like, yeah.
We do have 3 of you currently. We could lose one.
Oh,
get Nicholas Hammond on the phone. Everybody wants to see him. Let's bring him back.
Yeah, fuck it. Oh, look what you said there. Doctor Strange and Deadpool is the only Disney Marvel I like. Yeah, well, Deadpool 3 is a bit of a question as well at the moment. Like, 'cause obviously Ryan Reynolds has gone on hiatus. And I think that's probably going to be the next film that he does after his hiatus. Like, is going to be Deadpool 3. But I don't know. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes with that. Like, I don't know. I really don't know. Because of how Ryan's taken a step back now. Like, that's giving me cause for concern about Deadpool 3. Yeah. But yeah. But yeah. Okay. So anyway, yeah, Humperdinck Bandersnatch is causing concern for Doctor Strange 3. It's Doctor Strange 3, Doctor Strange 2. Okay. So let's move on to the next story then. Dune
And here's some
passes
good
the
news.
100 million mark at the domestic box office. Oh, considering it was a day and date release with HBO Max, that's incredible. So Dune has crossed the 100 million mark in the domestic box office. It is only the second ever in Warner Bros. / Legendary's 2021 slate to do so. So this is a quote tweet from Screen Rant. So Dune has officially passed the 100 million mark at the domestic box office, doing it faster than Godzilla vs. Kong did for Warner Brothers and Legendary's the major release of 2021. So yeah, because I went to see Godzilla vs. Kong at the theater because again, it was one of those films where it was the first film I saw after the theaters opened again, actually. And I loved it. It's one of those films that needed to be seen on the big screen. And yeah, I'm not surprised that Dune is doing really well because it's a really good film. The scope of it and everything is just incredible, and the visual effects, like the cinematography and the acting, everything is just top level for it. Like, and I'm really excited for the second part. Like, really excited now. It's due next year, I think, isn't it? Like,
because there will be a sequel now. Yes, and not only will there be a sequel, it's returning to IMAX theaters on the 3rd of December. So it's gaining screens.
Oh,
so really? that will definitely that's definitely good news, not only for Dune itself, not only for Warner Brothers, but also, which I got to think that's part of why they're backing off of the day and date thing with HBO Max, is they're seeing how Dune is doing. Dune is not only making its money back, not only is it getting great reviews, it's gaining screens. And when was the last time a movie did that?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I in all honesty, that would tempt me to go and watch it a second time in IMAX. Like, because I saw it on just a normal big screen like before. So I got to see a preview before it was released. But I didn't do a review of it because I had some other things to deal with that day. But yeah, and like I just on that big screen, it was epic enough. But to see it on an IMAX theater, like, okay, oh man, that'd be insane. That will, just because of the sheer scope of that film. Like I say, especially when they get to Arrakis and stuff like that. Like, it's yeah.
And I've made no bones about the fact that Dune is my favorite movie so far this year. So
yeah,
anything that is a pro Dune. Anybody who hasn't seen it yet, please, wherever you can find it, go and see it and support it.
Watch it. It's very
especially
good.
IMAX. Yeah.
I mean, even if you're not a massive science fiction fan, it's a good tale of like warring families and stuff. You know, it's kind of it's bordering on like Shakespeare, if you ask me, in that respect. It's like science fiction Shakespeare. Like, it's great. But yeah, Dune, check it out. Ollie, what you got in there? So I would 100% go see the new Matrix at IMAX. Yes, I would definitely go and watch that on a big screen too, because again, Matrix has big scope, so you're gonna want to see that on a big screen, aren't you? Really, like, and I'm getting more and more curious about the Matrix Resurrections as well, because I'm hearing bits and bats about the story plot, and what Neo is now as well. And I think it's really, really interesting. I don't know if I should say it because I don't know if it's going to spoil anything for anybody. Like, but yeah, how they've integrated Neo back into the Matrix is really clever, I think.
Yeah, I have my theory about it, certainly. So,
because obviously this is a new version of the Matrix. This is, isn't it? Like, because at the end of the third Matrix film, they reset everything. Because obviously the architects and the Oracle sat there with that little girl who creates the sunsets and everything and stuff like that, which I thought was really cool. It's like it was a total reset. Like, so how this film picks up is going to be very, very from what I've heard, this is I'll probably sound like a crazy person because I'm not actually saying what it is that I've heard. Like, but it's like I think it's going to be great. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, she did create the sunsets. Yeah. Was that he isn't in the old Matrix as the lighting is too good. Yeah. That's true. They've upgraded they've upgraded it to 4K. So but yeah. So yeah, the Matrix. I'm very curious. Okay, so let's read this little bit about this then. So Dune is perhaps one of the most popular movies to come out of 2021 so far. So it may not be too surprising that it has reached that $100 million mark. The movie is based on the 1965 Frank Herbert novel of the same name and is a sci-fi adventure like no other. Warner Brothers has plans to keep Dune box office climbing now that the HBO Max viewing window has ended and the movie is back in cinemas, just like you were saying there, Stephen. So, nice. Okay, so they've taken it off HBO Max then? I didn't realize
last weekend. Yes.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a good idea. That's actually a really good idea, actually. But the only thing that concerns me is obviously because it was on HBO Max. It's already been on HBO Max. It's already on the high seas in high quality, which is.
Oh, I'm sure it was even
instantly.
prior to that.
Yeah, it instantly hit the high seas. Like, that's my biggest concern about this streaming stuff. Like, and put the day release dates like with cinemas is because of the high seas stuff. Like, it's so easy to.
We know that it's going to happen anyway.
Yeah,
but to what extent?
Exactly.
We'll never really know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And
because you're never going to completely put a stop to it.
Hit the box office numbers for sure. That did but yeah. So yeah, go and see Dune if you can. And like Stephen said, and it says here, it is being re-released in cinemas and is no longer available on HBO Max. So if you're in America, because obviously we can't get it anywhere else in the world, HBO Max, only in America. But yeah, if you didn't get a chance to catch it on HBO over there, or if you didn't have a HBO subscription, then you have got your opportunity to go and see it again. So highly recommend. So yeah, there we go. Okay, Dune, congratulations on that one then. There we go. Denis Villeneuve. Okay. And all the cast and crew. There we go. Everybody involved.
Footnote, for those of you who, if we have any aspiring screenwriters out there, the Dune screenplay is online.
Ah.
So, and I read over some of it last night. Give it a read. It follows the movie pretty closely. So, yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much for that side note. That was a good little side note. I'm going to go and look that up as well now. So yeah, that's always, I must admit, yeah, if you are a writer and like you do enjoy, putting your thoughts to paper, then yeah, like it is always great to go and be able to read the screenplays, the original screenplays for scripts, for films anyway, because you can see the differences and everything else and what they wanted in there and what they couldn't get in there and everything else, and it makes for a very thought-provoking experience if you're really into your films, if you're a bit of a cinephile anyway, because it kind of gives you a little bit of insight as to like how the narratives get laid out when filming starts, because there's always certain changes and stuff. This is why we have script advisors like on sets and stuff like that, who follow scripts and have to put alterations on scripts as the film goes, as the film is filmed and stuff like that, because obviously you have ad-libbing and things like that, and that needs to be added to screenplays and things so. I mean, I know that the Ghostbusters original script on that, I've seen some pages from the original script advisor's script, and most of it is Bill Murray ad-libs. It's just pretty much entirely Bill Murray ad-libs, just crossed out.
Sure.
Okay, Bill Murray said this, he didn't say this. Yeah, it's yeah. So yeah, so it can make for a very interesting experience. So yeah, cool. There we go then. So yeah, go check it out. People. So Next story. We've got Sing 2 characters star in a festive short film. Okay, so Sing was an animated film based around a singing competition involving animals. Okay, fun and heartwarming film. There we go. So, and it had some really, really big name singers as part of it as well, which is quite good. So yeah, anyway. Sing 2 gets a festive themed short film, which aired during the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, which was on Thursday, ahead of the sequel's release. So, yeah, I know that they had a big giant Baby Yoda at the Macy's Day Parade this year, which is awesome. And they had a Millennium Falcon as well, I think, didn't they? Which is
I believe
awesome
so.
as well. Sorry. Yeah, I went off on my Star Wars thing then. So yeah, okay. So they've got the short film here, which I'm not going to play for copyright reasons. So if you want to see it, it is available on YouTube. Okay. So the short includes the original cast as well as some brand new faces, titled "Come Home." The feature shows a family of dogs getting excited for their mum, voiced by Keke Palmer. I hope that's how you say that name. To come home. She is stuck in the snow, but has the wonderful cast of the Sing films to keep her company. Okay. So that sounds like it'd probably be a nice, uplifting, festive short film to watch. So it's a shame I can't play it for us all and give us a bit of a smile because YouTube would copyright death me for it. Okay. Yeah.
But go and look it up and give it some views on.
Yeah, give it some love. Give it some love. Because Sing was actually quite I mean, I'm not massive on like kids animation as much as I used to be, like because I used to love animated films and stuff. But I kind of when things became all CGI, like I kind of dropped off, like because I was more into 2D animation. But Sing, I actually watched it because it was one of those films where it was like I haven't got anything else to watch. I might as well watch it. And I actually enjoyed it, which is like I did not expect. I was just expecting it to be one of those films. I just put it on, and then by the end of it, I'd be like, meh. But by the end of it,
I'll have to find it and give it a look myself. Yeah,
it's fun. It's really fun. It does have some really good comedy moments in it as well. So yeah, if you just want something to like switch off and just make yourself smile a little bit, like yeah, Sing's a good film for that. Like, so yeah, so Sing 2 coming out, and then we have a short film to check out. So yeah, there we go, people. Available on YouTube, and it is called Come Home. There we go. Right, okay then. So Ollie, you said it is fun watching a film and then going to see the screenplay notes. Yes, this is
absolutely.
It's very true. I highly recommend if you can do it, and like Stephen said, like as well. If you get the opportunity to read a screenplay, I recommend that you do it. I recommend that you do it.
Oh, and there are plenty of sites online that are yeah.
There are indeed.
Where you can go and find a more recent.
I did, because I was digging through some documents the other day, like, and I actually found my original screenplay copy for the first episode of Arrow, TV series Arrow, Green Arrow. I actually have a copy of the first episode screenplay that's been signed by cast, which is cool. Like, I'm a big Arrow fan. I cosplayed as the Green Arrow for a couple of years, like, and I got to interview Manu Bennett, like twice, and he is an absolute legend. Manu Bennett is such a cool dude.
Great Deathstroke. Yeah.
Yes. The best, like he was just the best villain in the entirety of the whole Arrow run. Like was Deathstroke. Like that whole season 2 was just brilliant.
Like, he crushed it.
Yeah, and like I say, Manu, like in person to meet him because I was meant to be the presenter for a failed TV show that was called Phantasmagoria. And it was basically we went around to Comic Cons. We were trying to bring the Comic Con experience to people's living rooms, so we were shooting a pilot for it and stuff. And like we did some interviews for that. And the first time we got Manu Bennett, unfortunately, some idiot who worked for the Comic Con turned around to Manu as he was on his way to come and be interviewed by us, and said to him, "Oh, good luck with the documentary." Because they said that we were filming a documentary, and obviously you say documentary to an actor or someone like that, then automatically they're going to think that's serious. They're going to start asking serious questions and stuff. We were an entertainment show. We were just there for fun, like we're asking fun questions and things. So Manu freaked out at that point and said, like, I'm not doing it. Like, and it was like, oh, great, because of some flipping idiot volunteer who worked for the Comic-Con turning around to Manu in passing and saying, "Good luck with the documentary." Took away our interview that day, like. But luckily, Manu Bennett's manager is actually his sister.
Oh,
And she is wonderful. She is such a lovely, lovely, lovely woman. And she got up to one side, and like Manu came and said hello to me anyway because I'm a fan of his. And he said, "I'll come and say hello because you're a fan, and like, talk to you for a minute, but I'm not going to be interviewed." So it was like, okay. And so that day, like he took some photographs with me and stuff as well. And like I explained to him then, I was like, no, because I was like, this is an entertainment thing. And I said, like, this is what we were going to ask you. I showed him the questions and stuff. And at that point, it was too late. He didn't have enough time. So he was just like, oh, okay. He was like, well, next time I'm around, grab me and I will definitely do it. And luckily enough, he came again to one of the Comic Cons later on in the year. And yeah, sure enough, got hold of his sister and stuff like that. Like, and Manu was really up for it, and he gave us a really lengthy interview as well. Because he had a chaperone, because they have chaperones, these celebrities do at Comic Cons and stuff, who cart them from place to place. Like,
Right.
and his chaperone was stood. Oh, because I was sat on camera, 2-shot with Manu either side, like, so we were talking to each other, and his flipping chaperone was stood behind my director and the camera, tapping her watch like that, tapping her watch, and it's like, how fucking rude could you be, like, in the middle of an interview and you're there tapping your watch, you know? Oh, those Comic-Con volunteers really peed me off, like. So so yeah, anyway, so Manu literally stopped dead in the interview, turned to the chaperone and just told him to piss off. It was just like,
Oh,
yes, you legend. He was like, no, this is my time. I'll do in my time as I'm talking. Like, and then he came back and carried on talking to me. It was like, absolute legend. So I love Manu Bennett. Like, highly, if you ever get a chance to meet him, do it, because he's like very philosophical guy, like, and stuff. He's really, really interesting. Like, so yeah. Anyway, I went off on a tangent about Manu Bennett, then I fanboyed a bit.
no,
so.
that's great. Yeah, I've heard a lot of really cool things about him, that he's a real stand-up guy and really cool fans and whatnot. So yeah. This is
and
just more
don't
proof for
take no
that.
shit either, which is great. So, I mean, like, there's one of the famous stories about Manu Bennett was he knocked out a paparazzi, like, in Australia.
Good for him.
Yeah, because some paparazzi was hounding him, so he just turned around and knocked him out. Like yes, Manu. It's like, fair play. Okay. So, right, let's move on from Sing then. Like, so, because the next story is something that we're both quite interested in here, Stephen. So, the search for the next James Bond is underway at MGM. So, okay, let's get into this. So, Pamela Abdi, MGM president of Motion Pictures, has announced that the search for the next James Bond is in the early discussion phase at the studio. So, this is again a quote tweet from Screen Rant. An MGM exec reveals that the search for the next James Bond is in the early discussion stages at the studio. Quote, we've had very early preliminary conversations with Barbara Broccoli and Michael Wilson, but we wanted Daniel to have his last hurrah. So, okay, so sounds like that they just wanted to let Daniel Craig ride his final Bond before they start doing things. So yeah, okay. There's a big gap there. Oh, there it is. Okay, there's the actual text. So, right. As we know, Daniel Craig is the most recent actor to play the iconic role of James Bond. His first film as the character was in 2006 when Casino Royale was released. Best film of his run. His rendition of this character has been adored for years, but now it seems it's time for a new actor to take on the pivotal mantle. Craig was initially a questionable choice for Bond due to his physical appearance, but it is clear now that fans of the franchise adore his version of the iconic character. However, the question is, who will take his place? Oh, okay. So I kind of thought they were going to actually give us a bit of an indication there, like, Cavill. Yeah,
I think it has to be him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I mean, I can't think of anyone else right now who could do it justice.
Yeah, I mean, I was on board for Idris Elba for a while because obviously he's like a proper suave British gent as well. Like, I mean, yeah, okay, it would be a race swap, but he's a very good actor, like a very, very, very good actor. And he can do suave. like as well as action. But again, now I feel like Idris is probably too old for the role, because he's getting on a bit, like whereas Cavill is, how old's Henry Cavill now? He's still he's still in his late 30s, isn't he? I think. I'm not too sure there.
Yeah,
I could be wrong. But I think I think Cavill would have more staying power for a series of Bond films than say an actor like Idris Elba would. Not trying to be ageist or anything, like but yeah. I mean, who else was there they had lined up in possible role? Oh, Fassbender. Michael Fassbender was another one that people were considering. But again, he might. I don't know.
Would he do it though?
Say again.
Would he do it though?
Yeah, that's the question, isn't it? It's like, because you take on a franchise like James Bond as an actor, that is like you're very much in the risking typecasting.
I mean, I would think of Fassbender more as like someone who could play a villain against Bond, other than playing Bond. And that's probably just because he's been playing villains a lot more lately.
Yeah.
But to me, I would say, what a great Bond villain he would be.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. I agree.
But if you want to consider him to play Bond, maybe.
Yeah.
But, because I've heard people bring Tom Hiddleston up too. And
no, I don't think.
No.
I don't think he's. I think he's too.
No.
Hiddleston's too. I don't know. He hasn't got that ruggedness that you need for a Bond. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't. I wouldn't believe Tom Hiddleston to be an ex-commander, like ex-Navy commander. Yeah,
because his version of Bond would be the character that he played in Kong Skull Island.
Yeah.
And that's not going to work for a series of films.
Yeah, no, I agree there. Yeah. Although, like you say, I mean, those actors that we mentioned could be good. They could be good supporting, and or villains, or as well. Yeah, because one thing I'm curious is obviously the way that I don't know. I guess it's been long enough now. I can talk about the end of No Time to Die, but the way that the Craig films went, which is really, I thought, a bit jarring with regards to James Bond, is it Casino Royale was a very grounded film, very realistic sort of espionage film. You could imagine it being very, it's a bit more believable Bond, you know what I mean? But then after that, they kind of progressively got more and more outlandish, and then No Time to Die is, again, very much a James Bond film, but it's a total tonal change to how it started, like in Casino Royale, if you know what I mean. So I'm curious, is if they they're going to start Bond again now, what direction are they going to take it? Are they going to go more into the realms of the crazy over the top spy Bond, or are they going to ground it again like Casino Royale? That is something that that's the biggest thing on my mind with regards to how the Bond franchise moves forwards. Because I think a Bond played by Henry Cavill would be like a very good, over the top Bond sort of James Bond sort of thing. Like the actual crazy gadgets and Q gadgets and all that stuff, like over the top villains and things like that. So,
because the two things that could potentially go wrong is you can't do Casino Royale again so soon.
Mm.
So that's lost as a property. You know, and you can't go back to, even though I wish they would in some fashion, you can't go back to the Connery Bond.
Mm.
And you can't go back to the Roger Moore Bond. Not in the current
campus bonds.
not in the current climate.
No. That would be hashtag me too all over the place, wouldn't it, really?
Yeah. So it's, I don't know how they would be able to do Bond right now. As much as I'm going, hey, I would love to see Henry Cavill play Bond. Go back and set it in the 60s. Make it R-rated if you have to.
That would be good. R-rated Bond would be fun.
Would they do it? Can they find someone? Yeah, like Ollie's saying in the chat, is Bond just done with? And I think for right now, I think it is.
Yeah, I think so. I think we need a good long gap between the new Bond now.
Yeah.
Hence why Henry Cavill would probably be the best option because of his age. If you're going to leave a big gap,
I mean, he has to finish Witcher anyway, at least this season of it, before he can do anything else. Yeah. And then there's the potential of this Highlander reboot movie that he may be starting, and I don't know what the status is on that right now.
Because again, there was talk about it, and then it just seemed to drop off.
Yeah.
Bond. It's an interesting one. It's an interesting one. I've just spotted though. I've seen Ollie's been saying quite a lot here. Actually, sorry, Ollie. I honestly can't see anyone, not even Cavill, but think he is the only option. Yeah. Can't agree. And here we go, a bit of promotion for you, Ollie. So we have a documentary from where I work about an artist coming out next month. Okay, if you've got links or anything to that, Ollie, like drop it in the chat, or like if you got the name of it or anything like where it's going to be released and stuff like that. Like, we'll give it a shout out, dude. All right, there we go. Cool. All right,
absolutely. Yeah,
cool. Right, so shall we move on from Bond then? Let's see what the next thing is, shall we?
And
okay.
And this is one that I am looking forward to, which is the Joel Cohen adaptation of Macbeth with
I didn't
Denzel Washington and Frances McDormand. Yes, this looks very good.
New Tragedy of Macbeth trailer shows character commit murder.
Yeah, it's an intense trailer, man.
A24 again. So, and we all know that A24 do produce some really out there stuff. Okay, so A24 has shared a new trailer for The Tragedy of Macbeth, which sees Denzel Washington in the lead role as the titular character, committing the very murder that sparks the legendary tale. Ooh. Okay, and this is a Coen Brothers film as well. Okay, so this is the latest adaptation of William Shakespeare's iconic play and sees writer-director Joel Coen take the reins. There is only a month to go until the release of this monochrome movie, and it's set to bring fans directly into the madness that is The Tragedy of Macbeth, which releases on Christmas Day this year. Holy crap, I didn't... Again, where's the promotion been for this? It's like... this is the first I'm hearing of it.
And again, I appear to be one of the few who's seen the trailer. So,
yeah, dude, it's like I didn't even know this was happening. It's like, and it's a Coen Brothers film as well. How has this not been promoted more? It's coming out. It's literally coming out in like less than a month then as well. Yeah, now.
Right.
You can tell I'm surprised because the tone of my voice went up.
That's a couple of octaves.
Proper. Oh my god. Yeah. Oh man, I really am tempted to press play on the trailer and just be like, "Fuck you, YouTube! I don't care if you copyright strike me." But
I kind of want to see it again too. But
but I know if I press play, I'm going to get taken down. We're getting taken off the air. Because I had that with that last. Is it that Soho one, Last Night Soho, whatever it was, because I played that trailer.
Oh yeah,
And,
yeah.
I got a copyright hit for that. Like, so
I
okay,
still
then
have
right,
to
so
see that.
that's something to check out, then, people. And it sounds like, I mean, you say you've watched that trailer, then.
I have seen. I think there are 3 trailers now out for it. So yeah, I have seen the trailers. It does look very good. Yeah,
Get involved in that, then.
It has sort of a similar look to it that they gave to the Lighthouse.
Oh yes, yeah.
Yeah, and
So
it has that foreboding feel to it, and you get the witch's speech from the play
yeah,
over images from the movie. It's very creepy, very foreboding. This is going to be very dark. It is going to be R-rated.
Oh, brilliant!
So
As it should be.
yeah, as this play in particular should be. Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, we are getting 100 proof Macbeth on this one.
Nice,
So,
nice.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one.
Right, well, there we go. Like, I'm definitely going to watch this trailer after this show. Then, like, okay, so there we go, people. Check that one out. Like, again, I didn't hear about this one. Luckily, you did, though, Stephen, and you can say you've seen it or seen the trailer and say that it's worth a look.
It is,
and due out this Christmas as well. I can't believe how quick that's coming out. Then
it's going to be released on Christmas, and also Apple TV is going to be streaming it when it comes out on streaming.
Okay. Yeah. So it's Apple TV. That's what I was wondering. I was just trying to look then, see if it did say like, but yeah, okay. So it is going to be streamed as say like day and day release. Then I guess. Okay.
No,
okay.
I think there's a few weeks. I think it's like a 30-day window or something.
But, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So stay tuned for that.
I will definitely be checking that out then.
This is definitely one I'm going to be going to see in theaters. Well, the Coens are usually they're reliable. They're reliable. Yeah. You know, even their lesser films are worth going to see. So
definitely. You're always in for an interesting time with the Coen brothers. That's for sure. Mm-hmm. I mean, like one of my favorite films of all time is Fargo.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Absolutely love Fargo. It's a good film. It's like one of the darkest comedies ever, but it's brilliant.
It's like I'm killing you. I'm sorry. I'm oh jeez. I just shot you. Oh God. You know.
It's because of those thick Wisconsin accents as well. Like it's like, oh, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So yeah, okay, there we go. Macbeth, the tragedy of Macbeth. Well worth a look. Okay, next story then. So, Gorillas movie being developed at Netflix. I actually read it correctly this week. I didn't say Godzilla. So, yeah, Gorillas movie being developed at Netflix. So, Netflix is currently developing a new movie that will focus on the virtual band Gorillas, which features the animated members created by Damon Albarn and Jamie Hewlett. Jamie Hewlett is the creator of Tank Girl. There we go. If you didn't know that, people. And Damon Albarn is the lead singer from Blur. There we go. So this is a quote tweet. What are you doing behind me, buddy? God. Sorry, just making loads of noise. So, okay. This is a quote tweet from comingsoon.net. This is a Damon Albarn. A full-length Gorillas film is being made for Netflix. Damon Albarn says full-length Gorillas film is in the works at Netflix. Netflix is currently in the process of developing a Gorillas film based on the Grammy-winning virtual band created by Damon Albarn and Jamie Hewlett. Nice. Okay, so yeah, because I read something briefly about this last week, but like I said, I read it as Godzilla because I wasn't quite awake. Right, okay. So this is the last story then. So here we go. Right. So the band lives in a fictional world created by artist Hewlett that has been seen in their music videos, animated shorts, and also their interviews. While no plot details have been revealed as of yet, fans should keep an eye out for a trailer or any minor details that may be coming their way soon. Okay. So, because I don't know. Last week, I was under the impression that this was going to be a documentary film, but I'm curious now as to whether or not if it's actually going to be a documentary, or if it's going to be like an actual gorillas film, like. But
Might be, yeah.
I'd watch a documentary on it because it's just like Gorillas was like one of the most interesting marketing schemes ever, like creating a completely virtual band that don't exist. And I don't know if you've ever seen any of the footage from any of the Gorillas concerts, like the actual live concerts that they do, where they actually project the Gorillas onto the stage and stuff. They might have like members of like other bands come out to do like the collab pieces and stuff like that. Like, but they actually used holographic technology to do a couple of their gigs. Like they did with Tupac and stuff like that. Like how they created them as holograms on stage. The Gorillas have done that like as a whole stage show sort of thing. So the actual Gorillas are there on stage virtually and interacting with real people, which is fascinating. Like I say, it's just Gorillas, if you look at it as a term in terms of like an art project, it is probably one of the greatest like art installation projects ever. So yeah, I'll watch that.
It could be a documentary. It could be a fictional story involving the characters. It could be something that could be a melding of the two. Yeah. So we'll have to keep our eye out on for more news on this one. Yeah,
I'll be looking forward to seeing a trailer. That's for sure. Yeah. So, but it's currently in the works. So I don't know how far in the works it is at Netflix, but there we go. Hopefully something soon. We should be seeing. And yes, Ollie, I agree. They're awesome. Cool. All right. So, and that is all of the news as written by Melissa. There we go, Melissa. And you can find Melissa on Twitter at Melissa's Journal. Melissa Journal, sorry. So thank you, Melissa, for saving the day today and actually having some news for us. Okay. So yeah, interesting. I think okay, I'll drop this out then. Let's bring us back in. Okay, yeah. So I think the most interesting thing on there for me was that Macbeth thing, because I didn't know about that. I'm going to go and watch that trailer.
Right on.
Yeah, because I love Shakespeare. I don't know if you could tell from the bust of William Shakespeare I have right here next to me. So yeah, a Cohen version of Macbeth. That's really pegged my interest. It sounds interesting, doesn't it, buddy?
And buddies.
Yeah. Are you done making all that noise now that I've finished talking about stuff? Yeah, go on, off you go. Good boy. Yeah, okay. I don't know what I mean. Obviously, the Bond thing is interesting as well. The fact that Dune is being re-released in theaters is a great news. So recommend going and catching that if you can. If you want something uplifting, like just a little short festive thing, you want to get into the Christmas spirit, go and check out Come Home on YouTube, which is the little animated thing to do with Sing 2. Obviously, more worry about Doctor Strange. And then, Paramount releasing their new animated film at the Christmas. Very interesting. Very interesting. Indeed. So okay then. That's it then. That's the movie news for this week. And my goodness me, we've nearly gone for 2 hours. That's pretty good.
Yes, we have.
But yeah, okay, Stephen, is there anything that you would like to add then to the end of today's show?
Yes, I would. I am going to be on Rambling Canucks channel for karaoke Saturday night. That will be at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the U.S. Nice. I am going to be joining Jedi Bill 797 tomorrow afternoon at, I believe, 2:00. I have to check on that. And we are going to be doing a watch party for the classic John Wayne Western, Rio Bravo.
Oh, okay. I do like Westerns. I'm a big fan of cowboys.
And my friends over at Bad Movie Night are still, their fundraiser is still going. They are making a
brilliant.
film called Transient that is going to be a science fiction feature-length science fiction film. They are halfway to their goal. So let's get them across the finish line, because this movie is going to be really special, and I'd like to see it get made.
Yeah, and support, and independent
course,
movies, independent
support
filmmaking.
independent movies, because that's where the future lies. We've got to make our own media here. So
exactly, and I think the most interesting stories get told in the indie films as well. Like so.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Because we all know that big studios play it too safe.
As good as Dune. Yeah, as good as Dune can be, and as good as James Bond movies are, some the better movies are some movies are the movies that don't have the high budget or get the fancy trailers to advertise with. So
yeah. And well, to be fair, the way it seems these days, like, not even the bigger films get that kind of promotion either.
No.
What is it with you marketing people?
I mean, you're hearing about the Macbeth trailer for the first time today. So yeah,
I know. It's like,
which goes to prove my point. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, like so, let's hopefully, independent film gets more recognition over the next couple of years. That'd be good to see. Like, so yeah, definitely head over and help out that fundraiser, people.
Yeah, they're on Indiegogo. It's maketransient.com. That's the name of the film, Transient. And like I said, it's a science fiction film. It's a love story between family, and it's got a lot of heart to it. And I think it's going to be worth seeing. But
nice.
they got to get it made first. So let's support
tell you what we'll
them
do then, Stephen. Next week, if we can get all the information together, we'll get it from the guys and stuff like that. Like we'll do a big shout out thing, and we'll post some links and stuff like that for people to get involved with this. Like, because I would like to see this get made as well. I like to support independent film. So if you chat to the guys, because you say you're gonna be chatting to them this week, aren't you?
Yeah, I can. I'll DM them, and I'll see if they. I don't know if we're going to be able to get them to come on because they're quite busy. Obviously, they have their own channel, and they still have the fun. But maybe if we can get some information, maybe a little more information, put it out there. And there is the Indiegogo page, as I've said, so go and check that out. Obviously, so I'll try and see if I can DM them and. Maybe you can give them a little love here on this channel.
Yeah, awesome. That would be great fun. That would. Also, you as well, Ollie. If you're still here, mate. You've got a documentary, like you say.
Ollie, yes, your documentary. Yeah.
If you get some info over to me, dude, this week, and we'll do a shout out next week on that as well. Cool. Looks like next week's going to be a promotion week. Sounds like fun. Promoting independence. Yay! Cool.
I'm trying to think. Are there any?
I'm trying to think where you're going to be.
Oh no! I was just trying to think if there was going to be any more. What are the new releases for next week? Do you right offhand, or
what new film releases?
As far as new film releases or anything going to streaming, or
what's the date? Oh, next week's December, isn't it? So we're actually into December next week. I know Spider-Man is due out on the 17th of December.
Okay.
That's the first big film I've got off the top of my head coming. Obviously, we just found out about Macbeth coming next month, but I don't know. The first week of December, I don't really actually. I'm looking at my calendar, but I don't really know of any big releases coming out next week. I think it's the following week that we're going to see the big releases happening. Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll have to
Yeah.
keep our eye out on that, and next week
Hmm.
we'll report on the
We'll get
box
this. We'll get
office and see how that's holding up, and if
yeah.
see, because
Hope-
obviously Ghostbusters and Dune have staying power, and
They really do. Considering
yeah, and
Ghostbusters
we'll
is still yet to
see.
be released in a lot of parts of the world. So.
Oh, indeed, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully though, next week we won't have it too difficult on the odd movie news, like because it was a bit of a struggle to find some decent headlines this week.
It was a bit of a lull, yeah.
Yeah, a bit of a quiet one, but I think it's the pre-holiday lulls, isn't it? Really, like because obviously we got all the films that we're going to be coming out for Thanksgiving holiday have come out and they're doing their runs, and I think now, like I say, I think next week we might have something a bit more to do with like the Christmas runs and stuff, to do with the Christmas films and what's due in the new year. So, yeah, cool. All right,
Alrighty.
sorry, Stephen, are you going to be anywhere else then this week?
I'll certainly be around. I know I am a credited associate producer on the documentary In Search of Tomorrow, which is a documentary about the 80s films.
80s,
and
80s sci-fi film,
80s sci-fi films, and I know that the gang behind that film is doing a watch party for a Megaforce tomorrow afternoon, so I'm going to try and get in on that as well, and hit up their Twitter, because I know they've been advertising that on Twitter. So
nice.
Yeah, I hop onto a number of different channels when I can, so it's like, keep an eye out. I will probably be there.
Cool.
But I'm definitely going to be on Rambling Canuck, and I'm going to be on with Jedi Bill tomorrow, and yeah.
So keep an eye on Deleted Scenes Twitter, and you will follow where Stephen is at. So there we go. Cool. All right. So yeah, for myself this week, what have I got going on this week? Again, I am just like extremely busy with this whole America trip. Like, I'm trying to get everything sorted out before that, because it's literally, I think it's now like I'm a few weeks away from actually leaving. I actually did something the other day. I went and exchanged a load of English money for US dollars. So I've got money for when I land, like, because obviously I need to buy Starbucks. So I'm going to say I'm going to try and do some shorts and stuff. I'm actually going to start doing some vlogging soon as well with regards to this America trip, because obviously it's my first time coming to your wonderful country. So I will be doing some documenting on that. So there's something to look forward to, but I've got to get it sorted out. I have got a shitload of work I need to get finished as well in the background, like some art pieces and some animation work as well. So I'm gonna do my best to appear throughout the week, but yeah, if anything, if you want to stay up to date and interested in things and like actually have somebody to follow, keep an eye on Stephen, because Stephen is far more active than I am at the moment, like, that's for sure. So yeah, okay then. So I guess then that is all I've got to say. Is there anything that you've missed, Stephen, that you might want to add at the end, or are you all good?
Okay. You can catch me on Twitter, delete_scenes1 on Twitter. I don't have any videos up on YouTube yet, but I do have a page, and the link to all of my social media is on that page. So it's not hard to find me. I'm here.
Nice. Well then, definitely get on it, people. Definitely get on it, people. And like I say, you'll have your content coming soon, won't you, Stephen?
That's the plan.
Yeah, nice. Okay then. So I'm going to do this. Right. Sorry, mate.
No, go ahead.
Okay, I was going to say I was going to do the sign off. Like, so if you had something to add quickly before I do the sign off.
Well, I want to thank everybody who's been with us in the chat. Julie was with us in the chat. Ann was with us in the chat. Ollie was, of course, holding down the fort there. And I know we had some other people who were watching, but maybe did not and weren't in the chat, but I know they were there. So
lurking in the background.
Lurking in the background. So, yeah. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure you have the bell icon so positions so that you will get your notifications, because you don't get notifications, folks. You gotta keep an eye on it. So thank you for taking it easy on me. It's my first time officially co-hosting a show. I had fun.
Oh, and Stephen, because this was your official co-host, for official first day of co-hosting. Are you ready? This is for you, my friend.
Ready.
Oh yeah. Mission passed, my friend. Mission passed. Great success.
Mission accomplished.
Indeed. Yeah. Nice. Cool then. Right. So, if you had fun with me and Stephen today, our longest show yet, which is good. Then be sure to hit the notification bell. Keep an eye out, because we will be back next Saturday for more fun and movie talk. Entertainment talk, because it's not always just movies, is it? We just shoot the shit. So cool. Right then, Stephen, I'm going to say goodbye. Are you going to say goodbye?
Goodbye.
Yay!
Farewell. Happy trails.
Indeed.
I mean, man, a few words.
Have a great week. Okay. We love you all. Peace, love, and happiness. Oh, wait a second. Yes, indeed. Take it easy, everybody. Take it easy. And like I say, have a great weekend. Bye.